Yeah.
Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. Recently released alongside Phasma, Disney's been ramping up on their Star Wars books, getting ready for the latest movie that's coming out. And when I do book reviews, I try to be as spoiler-free with the books. However, with this one, I mean, I'm not going to give the whole plot away or anything like that, but I feel like if you've seen any of the original Star Wars movies, then this book really has a hard time not being just completely predictable, because we already know where Princess Leia ends up in the movie The New Hope, and how, you know, in movies made after that, we already know that she's a huge part of the Resistance. But this does fill in a little bit of the gaps between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, which I guess is why I'm gonna just come right out and say I liked Phasma better. I did a review of that one last week, but with Phasma, we're getting all new characters and we're getting a little bit further into the storyline and not backtracking like that we did with Rogue One, which again, we already know how that one ends, but still a good movie. And actually, the first three movies, they're the first three episodes, if you think about it, because we already know Darth Vader becomes a bad guy and blah, blah, blah. So I guess with Phasma, I was a little bit more interested in that one, which is why I did that book review first, because it's just it seems like I got a little bit more of the story. But that being said, Leia was still very entertaining. I will say that I really liked is that the author really has a very consistent voice with the movies. Princess Leia in the book sounds exactly like Princess Leia in A New Hope. Very young, very naive, but the same voice. Sometimes when you get different authors and writers picking up different characters, it almost seems like a completely different character. Are there better books out there? Yes. But if you want a little bit more Star Wars fix, then yeah, definitely pick up Leia. One thing that I thought was pretty funny was, just from the beginning, I kept thinking about Disney and all their different princess movies, and Leia just seems like it's another princess movie in their catalog. But except this princess, instead of having a glass slipper or a poison apple, she has a blaster. And so we get a glimpse of Leia in her early life, what court was like and her duties, and she starts noticing odd things with the Empire. Nobody really likes the Empire, but it's there, and they all kind of have to go along with the laws and try to steer clear of any stormtroopers or anything like that. But once she becomes aware of the rebellion, she starts seeing its seeds taking root all over the star system. So basically, this book is the story of how Princess Leia got involved with the rebellion, and that's basically the whole book. That being said, I think this book is probably geared at a little bit younger readers, which makes sense because Leia herself is about 16 in this book, and she has all the infinite wisdom that only 16-year-olds have. A little bit irritating, but maybe I'm not the target audience. That could be too. I am looking forward to, however, later on, the 3rd and the 31st, I believe, of October, I'll be doing book reviews of those Star Wars books coming out. One of them is with Luke Skywalker. I'm not sure where that falls in as far as the timeline of the books and movies, and also from the one that's from different perspectives of the original Star Wars through droids and stormtroopers. So subscribe and check out the rest of my channel, and not just the Star Wars, but some of the obscure titles that I come across at best books you've never heard of. I wish I could say more about Leia, but honestly, it was a pretty simple plot line, other than the fact that we kind of already know where the story is headed because of the movies. That's probably all the spoilers that it kind of ruined the book for me, but again, all this book is doing is just filling in some of the gaps between the movies. I'll post links for the book down below, and also on Audible, like all the other Star Wars books, this one's more of a production than an audiobook. They have all the different spaceship sounds and everything else, which added something to the experience. Like I've said before, audiobooks like that really make soul-crushing traffic on the way to work in the morning go by much smoother. Let me know what you thought of the book in the comments below. I'm curious to see if everyone else's opinion is the same as mine, or maybe I just completely missed something. But I don't want to talk too much more about it because I don't want to give anything else away. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you next time.